Hello and welcome back to Pinky's Critical Thinking channel. And today I just want to go over a few things, well, quite a number of things as it goes. Quite a lot of strange things happening in the news. So I've just been reading that Britain is thinking about sending these anti-tank missiles, which have depleted uranium in them, and well, I mean, it just seems like madness to me. I just can't believe it's even being contemplated. I mean, it's literally escalating the Ukrainian war, to a sort of nuclear level, which has also obviously been picked up by the Russians. And I find myself not surprised that the Russians are, going to say something about it. I mean, put the boot on the other foot. So Britain's at war in Iraq, and the Russians say we're going to send anti-tank missiles with depleted uranium in to support the Iraqi troops. How would that go down on the worldwide scale? I just can't believe, that people can be so biased and blind to what's going on. And then we had the meeting with President Xi Jinping and Putin, and they've just had a meeting like a lot of world leaders do. And then I hear on the news it said that it's reporting the meeting, and it said that they were united in their hostility to the West. I mean, name one hostile act that China has done towards the West. I can't think of one. I mean, there are military bases, American military bases, all around China's coast, right there around the Pacific, all the way around. They're literally surrounded. NATO and the USA, NATO, have surrounded Russia with military bases, weapons, and troops, right? What hostile act has the Russians caused? What hostile act have the Chinese caused? I'm struggling. If you can think of one, obviously, put it into the comments below. China specifically. Let's just ask for one hostile act China's done. Put it in the comments below, because I can't think of one that China has done. Yeah, okay, it's debatable with Russia, but even then, it's not. It's only one issue. It's not. I can't think of anything else. So that was just one amazement. I will be putting, of course, I must just say this because I keep forgetting, and if I don't say it now, I never will. But I do put in the video description below the video, I put in all the links to anything I've talked about, so it's all relates to the things that I'm talking about on this, and so people can make their own minds up. But it's just the way we're talked about. China, Russia, it's constantly, it's like anything they say or do is bad, anything the West does is good. It's just not that simple, And the other thing I want to discuss is the BRICS. Now, the BRICS you may or may not have heard of. It's not very much talked about. But the BRICS is basically China, Russia, Brazil, I think South Africa are thinking of joining. I think parts of some African countries already have. India, as I mentioned, India. Anyway, it's a huge lot of countries all joining up to the BRICS, where it's Russia, China, and they'd like to be a united front. Basically because they're sick of the West, and I don't blame them. They're sick of the constant wars. They're sick of the interfering politically, the coups, the military interventions and all the rest of it. They're sick of it, and who can blame them? Well, actually, there was something I was going to post, but I will post a link to what I'm talking about. In recent months, the USA has basically threatened war with China over Taiwan. It's basically sort of fighting a proxy war in Ukraine with Russia. And I don't know if you know, but Mexico was talking about joining the BRICS movement. And now they're talking about a war with Mexico. I mean, I'm sorry, but the West is insane. It is totally insane. And as for Rishi Sunak talking about sending these missiles to these anti-tank missiles to Ukraine with depleted uranium in them, I mean, it's just beyond reasoning. It's beyond logic. It's absolutely insane. What right do we have to intervene when we've been involved in, going into various countries, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Afghanistan, the list goes on. The United States and lots of European countries, to be honest, for the last 2 centuries have been going to wars and invading sovereign countries and in their imperial sort of, conquests, if you like, across the world. What right do we have to tell any country, what moral authority do we have as a Western nations? We don't. And, it's just unbelievable. I'm just lost for words. But if you've got any comments, make some comments below the video. I'd really be interested to see what other people think. It's great. I've got quite a few of you watching these videos. But if you could just add some comments and take part in it, we can expand it a little bit. It helps if you like the video or you subscribe to the channel, it helps me get seen more and, get across the more rational, critical thinking point of view to the general public. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I'd be really interested for some feedback. Take care.